Right, so before we get into this video, I do just have to explain something very quickly. As you can probably tell, things look a little bit different. I have actually moved house. I moved yesterday, so my setup is all a bit scuffed at the minute, to say the least. Secondly, on the journey of moving everything over, I managed to either break my camera or the cable for the battery. I'm obviously hoping it's a cable for the battery, because if it's a camera, it's gonna be a bit expensive. So currently I'm using my phone to record this video. Hopefully it doesn't look that bad. It probably shouldn't. I feel like phone cameras are quite good nowadays, so it should be fine, but there's your explanation. But either way, let's get to the stuff you actually care about, okay? We have got an update with the Lauren the Mortician situation, and it's a big one. As you're probably aware, if you watch my videos, I've made a couple of videos on Lauren the Mortician. It's a big situation that's had like a lot of twists and turns. In fact, both my videos on Lauren have been pretty long, especially compared to my other videos. But I'll try to give you a very fast recap, but because I'm doing it quickly, I'm obviously going to miss out some key details. So if you do want a more in-depth recap, I would recommend checking out the last two videos on the situation. Basically, Lauren the Mortician is unsurprisingly an ex-mortician, and she had this big rise to fame on TikTok by making videos telling people about the experience of being a mortician. She would answer people's questions and just educate people on the job. And this got her a crazy amount of attention, you know? She got a good amount of views, a good amount of followers, so on, and she decided to do different types of content. Now, one of the style of content that she went into was actually testing out like baby products, because she has a child herself, so she would use a product, say if it's any good and if you should buy it if you're a parent. And one of these products was actually a child seat for a car. Now, the problem here is that Lauren made the video basically saying that this car seat is unsafe. It was one of them swivel seats, and she said this style of seat is completely unsafe for your child. But the problem is, she didn't really know what she was talking about. She was uneducated on the topic, and she was just spreading some misinformation, to which a CPST, which is a child passenger safety technician, actually made a follow-up video basically saying in the nicest way possible, you're not really too familiar with what you're talking about. Let me actually tell you right now that what you're saying is incorrect, and this is correct.
Her opinion on car seats and what dictates if a seat is safe or not, along with anyone else, if you do not work in this space, it does not matter.
It really wasn't that bad of a video, you know. He's not going on like calling Lauren names or anything. He was just being honest and saying, look, this is my profession, I've been doing this for a long time, these are the facts. To which Lauren saw this video, and even though it was just some constructive criticism and just correcting what she had falsely said before, she replied in the worst way possible. She made this post on social media like insinuating that this guy was a creep for having like children's seats in his house, completely ignoring the fact that this is literally his job. And she was basically saying his opinion doesn't matter because he doesn't have any children, and it was just a very, very strange post. And at this point, people started turning at Lauren, but this was just the beginning. It got a lot worse. In fact, there's another TikToker called Caffeinated Kitty who would get compared to Lauren quite a lot. They had this same like running joke for their audience where you would comment Beetlejuice on people's videos that you'd want your favorite creator to react to, and people get mixed up between the two. So Kitty made a video which was first of all saying like, I don't know why I'm getting confused with her, I'm a different creator, she's in her own lane, but then also started saying her opinions on Lauren, which were that she liked a bunch of like anti-LGBTQ posts in the past and just criticized her content in general. And unsurprisingly, Lauren did not react too well to this. In fact, she actually ended up sending Kitty a cease and desist and started taking down her content for copyright reasons, completely ignoring the fair use laws. And the way she was doing this is because she had an attorney called Jeanette who is an interesting character to say the least. And she has a TikTok herself because she says she works with creators for copyright support and all this stuff, and she will just take down anyone's video regardless of the actual laws. If you use a picture of Lauren's face, she will try and take it down, which again goes completely against fair use laws. And the cease and desist itself was worded so strangely. It was the most bizarre cease and desist I've ever seen. It was saying stuff like, look, I know you're not all there. If you don't feel like you can watch this without spiraling, I would recommend that you sit with someone. Like, this is word for word, but verbatim, that's what she said. Like I said, I go into a lot more detail in the previous videos if you haven't already seen them. And then on top of the cease and desist, Lauren and her attorney both rang the police to do a wellness check on Kitty for no reason. Lauren has now made a follow-up video saying, look, it was from a good place, you know, I was just really trying to look out for her. She was spiraling, she was posting really worrying content, I didn't want her to harm herself or others. It's kind of a load of shite. Or at least in my opinion, let me say that, but we do actually have the police calls now showing exactly what Lauren and her attorney were saying to the police, and it doesn't really come across as a situation where Lauren and her attorney just wanted to look out for Kitty. Not in the slightest. To me, what it looks like is that they want to shut Kitty up, wanted to stop criticizing them on the internet, and they went around it the complete wrong way and got the police to go around their house. And again, it just makes it very hard to believe Lauren's side of anything, because even in her responses, she shows no proof for anything she says. She starts making claims saying that Kitty and another creator were blackmailing her on emails and whatnot. We've now seen them emails. There was no blackmailing in it in the slightest. And now on top of that, she's also lied about the police calls, because we now have them. I assume she probably didn't expect them calls to be released at any point. But they're out there now, and it proves that she was lying. Now, like I've mentioned a couple of times, that was the quickest recap. I've missed out some key details. I've made 2 very long videos going into way more detail, so if you do want a full recap, I'd recommend that. But in today's video, we're just gonna be looking at the police calls themselves. They've been posted on Kitty's TikTok, also on Becca Day's TikTok as well. So if you do want to listen to them in full without me interrupting, you can check them out there.
Hi, I was calling, I was calling to ask for a wellness check on someone.
Okay, what's the address?
It is...
Straight away, how weird is it that she just knew her address? Like, that is so bizarre. Bear in mind, they're not friends, they don't know each other in person, but Lauren or her attorney, I'm not sure who, has went out of their way to find Kitty's address. It's so strange.
And what's your name?
I'd like to remain anonymous if I could. I know that's awkward, but...
Yeah, it is awkward. It's also a little bit suspicious, don't you think? Why would you want to remain anonymous if you have nothing to hide in this situation? Clearly, you didn't want people to know that you were the one who called for the wellness check. I mean, it wasn't until Kitty made the video saying that the police told her that it was Lauren who actually made the call in the first place, that Lauren then admitted, yeah, I did actually call the wellness check. She wanted to go around this in the most sneaky way possible, in my opinion, and it's really fucking strange behavior, like I mentioned.
This girl is just spiraling.
This girl is just spiraling. I mean, it's a weird place to laugh, isn't it? You know, you're doing something quite serious here, calling a wellness check on someone who could potentially harm themselves or others. That's a reason you call a wellness check, right? And you think it's funny? For what reason?
Okay, you're gonna have to give me something. What's the relationship?
Yeah, you're gonna have to give something.
So she has a presence online, and she is blackmailing people online.
No, she isn't.
She is threatening people.
No, she isn't.
She's on Reddit.
She probably is on Reddit. You've got one part right, at least.
She's on TikTok.
She is?
She's acting erratically.
Don't think so.
Her comments online are wild.
I mean, she has made some wild comments, right? I mean, in Lauren's video, she goes on about how Kitty will talk about, like, eating people's organs or some shit. To which the people who've watched Kitty for a long time have mentioned, like, this is clearly satire. This is what she does. This is her shtick that she posts online. And there's even news articles talk about the fact that this is Kitty's shtick. This was a way that she would stop, like, men harassing her in the street and whatnot. It's a very unique method. I will admit that, right? But to call a wellness check on someone for it is absolutely insane.
Her name is...
Yep, just getting the name out there.
Do you have her date of birth?
I don't, but I know she was born in February.
I mean, for someone who likes calling people stalkers during a situation, she happens to know a lot of information about someone that she doesn't actually know in person. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
I don't know the day.
Okay, and what has she been doing online?
She's been on Reddit. She's guilty, Your Honor. Only people who deserve jail time go on such a website.
Leaving comments, threatening people,
Nope.
blackmailing people.
Nope.
She's on Reddit.
Yep.
Trying to gather people together to go after people. She's
Are these
just
people
acting.
you or someone you know?
No, somebody I know online.
Okay.
Yeah, she's acting irrational, erratic.
You can tell by the way that she's like waffling through this, like she doesn't have a genuine reason to ring this, and she's trying to make it up as she goes along. And you can even hear the dispatcher like very confused, being like, I don't get why this call's being made. Can you just give me something?
Mental health is okay, like so she isn't gonna harm herself or other people because this.
Did she mention anything about harming herself?
No.
Oh my fucking god. She must have assumed that this wasn't going to get released, because there's no way that she made that big response video saying she did it out of the goodness of her own heart and she was really worried, knowing that this would actually be released. Because it proves everything she said wrong. The dispatcher literally says, oh, so you're saying she's going to harm herself or others, so she even like mentioned this at all? Well. No. Just admit what you're doing here. You want to scare her. You want the police to go around her house to intimidate her so she won't talk about you again. Just be honest.
This is just not like her normal stuff at all to be posting.
So you actually know her?
From online.
Okay, but you don't know her personally. You just know her online.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, the dispatcher's literally thinking, like, what the fuck are you going on about? Why is this call being made right now? Question her. She's like, wait, so you don't even know her? You're just seeing her online. You know nothing about her. Bit strange. You don't know her, but you know her address and her date of birth and everything else under the sun. Yeah, not worrying at all.
And you don't want to leave your name?
No.
Okay.
Oh, she was very adamant about that. So you don't want to leave your name? No name. No name, please. That's the fastest she's answered the question so far. Every other question she's answered by saying, I don't know. As soon as it's about anonymity, no. Definitely no. Can we make that very clear? No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that is Lauren's call that she made herself to the police to get the police to go over, and I guess the police didn't go over at that point, because after this or before, I'm not sure exactly who was first to call, but Lauren's attorney Jeanette also called the police, so either way, it seems like the police didn't actually respond to the first call, and then they decided to call again to try and get some action to take place, right?
Hello, my name is Jeanette Braun. I'm an attorney, a federal attorney out of Illinois, and I'm actually calling in a wellness check for...
Straight away, it has to bring in that she's like a federal attorney and all this stuff to try and make it seem very professional, trying to get the police to actually take action because surely she knows what she's talking about, right? When in actual reality, in my opinion, she doesn't. Not in the single slightest. Because the only person who's came across threatening, in my opinion, during all of this, is Jeanette herself. In the cease and desist, talking about how this could result in jail time and like a $100,000 fine or something like that, like a stupid fine. Gaslighting people into thinking they have like mental health issues and like the spiraling and all this stuff. Like, she is the only person, in my opinion, who's came across as threatening. But she still has the cheek to call other people threatening and even call wellness checks on people. Makes zero sense.
She's acting irrational and posting really wild things online. It really looks like she's having a mental crisis and needs...
Oh my god, how bad is this? This is so fucking bad. It looks like she's having a mental crisis. Based on what? I've now looked through Kitty's recent videos, like leading up to the situation. Nothing about it screams ring a wellness check. Nothing.
Do a wellness check on her and make sure she hasn't harmed herself or...
I need an
going to
address.
do something more. Sure,
Sure, I have that. What else do you want? Do you want a national insurance number as well? I have that too.
Coming now. I have to pull it up.
She's just going through her files upon files upon files on Caffeinated Kitty. Every detail under the sun. Well, I can see here in my Caffeinated Kitty folder in section 37, we have her address. It's da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
And I should probably...
And what exactly is she posting?
She is posting on her TikTok under Caffeinated Kitty.
The police are probably listening to this. Like, what is going on? Well, you see a person by the name of Caffeinated Kitty. Like, come on, the police have more serious stuff to deal with.
And her Reddit account.
I just need to know what she's posting. I don't need to
Yeah, just
use
answer
her
the
name.
question, man.
Oh. She's blackmailing people.
They all find this very funny, don't they? Like, she's laughing for it too. It's probably nervous laughter because they know they're talking a load of shite, realistically, right?
She's extremely irrational.
Yeah, just using keywords again. She's extremely irrational. What do you mean by that? Show proof. You just haven't showed proof of anything during any of this situation. You may as well start now if you're calling to the police.
Looks like almost extortion. I received an email from her on Saturday that was full of blackmail and extortion.
I mean, there's enough accusation that just isn't true. Oh, sorry, I've just paused it actually where she's about to say, I'm going to submit that to the FBI. Bear in mind, Kitty's email that she sent to Jeanette was asking why she took down her video, like a copyright flag. Which I do realise the FBI are probably dealing with a lot, but they should probably drop that by now, okay? Make this a priority for goodness sake.
Now she's posting online, and she really seems to be having a mental crisis.
Is this a relative of yours, or?
No, it's just a stranger online that I happen to know everything about.
What's your name?
Jeanette, Jeanette. And my last name is Braun, Braun. And I'm an Illinois barred attorney.
Just gotta put that out there.
I think I have an obligation to report when I see erratic behavior as an officer of the court, and this is...
Oh, she's trying to make herself seem as professional as possible, so it's actually taken seriously, and I guess it was, because the police did go around in the end. But yeah, we've seen firsthand now that Jeanette can give herself any title she wants, as sound as a professional as she wants. No one buys it. It's the most unprofessional professional I think I've ever seen.
Alright, we'll get someone out there to check on her.
Let me get you her apartment number.
I've been making jokes around this, actually knows all the details and whatnot. Apartment number, for goodness sake, man.
I don't have the apartment number. She's on the floor. She was born in February of...
Okay.
But she's on the floor of the apartment building. Short purple hair, thin, white. And I think she really needs some help.
Okay, we'll get someone out there to check on her.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good
No
Sunday.
problem. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I mean, yeah, that's the calls. So fucking bizarre. This situation gets weirder by the fucking second, it seems. And again, it just proves Lauren's lies throughout this. Everything that she said has been proven wrong at this point, and anything she has said has been backed up with zero proof. It's not a good look in the slightest, is it? It's the worst look you could possibly have. And yeah, I mean, I would love to know your opinions. My opinions are very clear throughout this video. And yeah, we're gonna leave it there. And to be fair, as much as I have been making jokes throughout this, it's a scary situation, right? The fact that they just went out of the way to ring the police to try and intimidate this woman for no reason, making lies up to the police about her, and that's after the cease and desist and all the other stuff. Like, it's extremely worrying. It's really, really, really strange behavior that they keep doubling down on. I mean, Lauren's made multiple videos talking about it now, and she keeps doubling down, and now she's just posting normal content like nothing happened. I don't get it. And she just really thinks that everyone's turned against her for no reason. Like, just open your eyes, just see what people are saying. But yeah, I mean, that's it for the video. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy, please leave a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you hopefully with a bit of a better setup. Who knows, we'll probably still be like this tomorrow realistically, but yeah, bye.